This episode of Do You Copy contains sensitive subject matter. Please check the episode description for content warnings. Listener discretion is advised. You need to take me to see that thing. What are you even calling it?
Good morning to you too.
Blake, please. Before I do any of my other work, I want to be caught up on what happened and what we found.
In a minute.
In a minute? Do I have to remind you who gives orders here?
Not you anymore.
So my suspicions were correct. Why didn't you tell me when I asked earlier?
You told me not to.
Alright, well, who's my replacement?
Me?
You. Well, at least it's not Dakota.
Yes. I'm now in charge of our team, who have been working non-stop trying to kill that thing. Specimen 081.
It's still not dead?
It's weakened. Come on. I finished my coffee. We can go.
Hang on. Let me grab one for the road.
You know Eden doesn't like food or drinks in the lab. It's a safety hazard.
Okay, whatever. There's just another person to add to my list of people that are mad at me.
Here we are. You're lucky. Looks like Eden hasn't been down yet.
It's smaller than I thought. Addison said it was as tall as the radio tower.
It was when we first got it. Once we managed to get it out of the dead zone, it got weaker and weaker.
Okay, so what do we know for sure? Lay it all on me.
Specimen 081 is intelligent. Like you've suggested in the recordings, it likes to play with its prey. It was aware of Addison and Liam's friendship. It knew Addison was acting as a rock for Liam, so it took her out first. It has a kind of sadistic nature to it, making sure Liam saw Addison's body. We think it wanted to kill Liam, but then Frederick showed up. It's a creature that doesn't like to be seen unless it's on its own terms. It has the ability to shield itself from specific people. It can also change its shape, mimic voices, and sound. Frederick hearing their dead partner's voice, or Liam hearing the rushing water of a river when there wasn't anything there.
This is insane. We've never had anything like this. It's still alive, you said? How? Why haven't you figured out how to kill it?
We've tried everything. Stabbing, burning, dismembering, just to name a few. It keeps coming back, regrowing limbs and healing its wounds. Eden is still trying to figure it all out.
Wow. It's kind of nice to know my theories were correct, though. Maybe I should take over as record keeper.
I think you'd do a fine job.
Oh, I was joking. We both know that's a horrible idea. That's Dakota's domain anyways.
Yeah, maybe don't step on Koda's toes. Eden and I are going to try other methods to kill Specimen 081.
Well, good luck. How'd Addison's autopsy go?
There wasn't much to autopsy. Honestly, it was unnecessary. Just an excuse to stall time. There weren't even any organs to bag up. Her entire torso was ripped to shreds. It was obvious what killed her.
So I'm assuming her body hasn't been returned to the family?
Not yet. We're waiting until after the interviews. Nothing about Red Tail has been made public.
Good. How about Frederick?
We couldn't find their body. We found their phone and a bunch of unearthed tree roots. There were signs of them, blood, ripped clothing, but their body was dragged into the earth. We think moving the specimen will cause Red Tail to return to normal over the next few months. We hope to find Frederick's body then.
That's horrible.
I think you're all caught up, though. You have those interviews, right? They're making you take those on?
Yeah, right.
I'll meet you beforehand. Go get some proper breakfast.
Like I'm gonna be able to eat after this. I'm getting another cup of coffee.
Just breathe.
I know. These interviews are normally your thing, though. People get freaked out with me.
You're not the first person they've spoken to, don't worry. We've tried to do this already. They wouldn't talk. That's when this all got handed over to you. Reese and Alex are both stubborn, and Liam, well, trying to get Liam to say anything other than one-word sentences is like pulling teeth.
I don't understand why they're making me do them. You think I'll do a better job?
I think you can relate to what they're going through. But I also think that they want you to see what you've done.
Great. Have you given them their options? Who should I talk to first?
None of them have given us the chance to get that far. I'd say Liam would be a good place to start. Talking to him takes the most energy.
Got it.
Don't come on too
I
strong.
won't. Liam first, then Alex, then Reese. I think that's a good order. Oh, don't give me that look.
Your tendency to avoid things is honestly amazing.
You can leave now.
You can't boss me around anymore.
Oh, I sure as hell can. Blake? I don't need you right now. I can do this on my own.
Fine, okay. Good luck.
Liam Thomas, correct?
Yeah.
And the dog. Wilson. I assume you're taking him into your care?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I know people have already talked to you, Liam, but I have a few more things I need to ask of you.
Okay.
Is it okay if I record this?
Sure.
Thank you. You entered Redtail National Park July 13th, correct?
Yes.
With Addison Quinn.
Oh my god. I already told them that I didn't do anything. Don't I have some kind of rights here?
If this were a normal circumstance, then yes, you would have all kinds of rights, but it's not.
I want a lawyer.
I believe in what you and Addison saw.
Sorry. You do?
I do. I'm not a cop, Liam. I'm honestly not sure what I'd call my job, but I've been through something similar. I've been through some scary shit, too.
Oh, really? Well, what happened?
Well, I thought it would be a good idea to go searching for the supernatural. And then I found it, and it hasn't stopped following me since. So, I believe you. Not only because of my own experience, but because I've seen that creature you and Addison saw. We're working on killing it.
You have it?
Yes. Like I said, I'm not a cop. I work for an organization that finds all those supernatural and scary things and it silences them.
Oh god. Addison would love this.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. I listened to your recordings, the ones you did for your show. I'm truly sorry about your losses, Liam.
Thank you. Wait. Why are you telling me all of this? The others wouldn't tell me anything.
Well, I'm in a little bit of trouble right now, and if people are going to be mad at me, I may as well keep adding fuel to the fire. Plus, I know the likelihood of you talking about this with others once you return home is very low.
I can go home?
Well, they sent me in here to give you a choice. You see, we silence these creatures, but we also silence their witnesses. It's kind of a join us or die scenario, but you're not in such a state to make such a decision.
Yes, I am.
You're not. You're grieving. I know what you'll pick, and I couldn't live with myself if I let you do that.
Oh, so the selfishness of some stranger is more important than my own choice.
Liam, we're gonna pair you up with the best legal team we can find. You're the first suspect in the murder of Addison Quinn, but we've adjusted the evidence in your favor. You can go home. Back to normal. That's a rare opportunity to survive an event like this and get to go home afterwards. I wish I could have.
But it won't be back to normal, will it? Addison is dead. My best friend. We'd follow each other to the ends of the earth, and I'm just supposed to go back without her.
She wouldn't want you to follow her now.
How would you ever know what she would want?
Like I said, I listened to the recordings. I think I've gotten a pretty clear understanding of her character, Liam. Look, I'll send in a team to escort you out. I can't be responsible for your death, too.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean you can't be responsible for my death, too?
Nothing. Look, my team was sent in to deal with the creature in Redtail, and I have some of my own guilt I'm dealing with in regards to the case. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let that interfere.
So this is your fucking fault? And you come in here thinking you could tell me what to do? Addison could have still been alive!
We did what we could. But if you want to point your anger at someone, you can point it at me. I get it.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Like I said, you're grieving, Liam. It's okay.
Just trying to help. And trying to make sure I don't throw my life away, and here I am shouting at you. But you're right. You're right.
Well, it's okay. I think I can take it. Look, I feel horrible about what happened, Liam. I'm sorry for pushing you towards something you don't want, but if you stay here, you'll never stop grieving, and if I kill you, well, we'll never know what can happen next.
Frederick said that grieving doesn't stop.
Well, Frederick also said you grow around it. I listened, remember? If you can't keep moving for yourself, then keep moving for Frederick's dog. You have Wilson to take care of now.
Shit. Yeah, I do.
Live for him, Liam.
God, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
It's okay. We can maybe help you find a therapist as well, if that's something you're interested in. Someone from our organization who understands the supernatural events that occurred. Would you want that?
Yes.
Good. We'll get you home first. I'll stay in touch until that team arrives to escort you out. Is there anything I can get you?
I have a weird request.
Go for it.
Could someone just find me a slice of cheesecake?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, for everything. To be honest, you're the first person who's spoken to me in here like I'm a human being.
Well, you're welcome. I unfortunately have some other people I need to speak with, but I can swing by later to check in if you're still here.
It would be nice.
I'll see you later, Liam.
Nice save.
Were you there that entire time?
Mostly.
Blake, I told you I can do this by myself.
I'm lurking, just in case.
Fine. But you know I can manage without you, right?
I know. I just worry.
Well, come on. Alex is next. Alex Taylor?
Yeah. You know, I was told I was supposed to rest, but it's kind of hard to rest when you and your little team keep popping in to chat.
I apologize. There's just a lot of formalities that need to be sorted. Do you mind if I record this?
Is saying no an option? Yeah, go for it.
Well, thank you.
You're not gonna introduce yourself? You're not gonna introduce your friend?
Oh, my friend? That's That's Blake outside the door. They won't be joining us. He just refuses to leave me alone.
Okay, didn't answer the first question, that's fun. But no, not him. The other guy, the shadowy one.
You can see it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have brought it up if I couldn't.
Well, you're just oddly calm about it.
Well, let's see. My chest got ripped open by a headless monster in the dead zone. You can kind of see how a, I don't know, sleep paralysis looking motherfucker isn't exactly high on the fear list anymore.
Yeah, right.
You seem freaked out. Not your partner?
No, I'm sorry. Let's just continue. I have a few questions.
Okay, so do I. What is it?
It's none of your concern. You shouldn't even be able to see it.
But I can. So, how about that? Why? Why can I see it?
Alex, please, just let me do my job.
Is you doing your job not letting me ask questions?
Okay, fine. The creature in Redtail only showed itself when it wanted to be seen, and the entity behind me is similar, but it's freaking me out that you can see it, because it doesn't take kindly to strangers. So, there's your answer. Just let me get back to my job.
I'm not super convinced you're great at that job, but okay.
Alex, the sooner we get this done, the sooner I can leave.
Sure. Ask away. What are your questions?
Thank you. Alright, you worked as a park ranger in Redtail National Park, correct?
Yeah?
And you were just finishing up a 3-month shift when these events took place?
Yeah. Okay, they asked me these already. Like, I've been asked these questions. Why are you here? Because I know it's not to ask me the same thing. Just, I'm tired. I think the pain meds are wearing off, and I don't love that you're wasting my time.
Fine. Alex, you are a survivor of a paranormal event.
Is that supposed to be, like, a revelation? Am I supposed to be surprised?
Some people are. My job is to silence the paranormal and the witnesses involved.
Okay. So, if you were gonna... Does that mean you kill people? Because if you were gonna kill me, you shouldn't have tried to save me. You got me hooked up to all this fancy technology. You could have just let me bleed out.
That's not really how it works. Killing you is just one option.
Cool. I'm glad to hear there are options. So what's option B?
Well, you work for us. You join us.
As far as I'm aware, I already had a job. Maybe I don't anymore, but speaking of which, I want to talk to Reese.
Well, I'm afraid that's not possible right now.
So they are here. Have you spoken to them? What did Reese pick?
Well, I did. She decided to stay.
Really?
Yes, really. Reese has experienced 2 paranormal events so far. We can't just let her go. They're an important asset to have. It's rare to experience 1 paranormal event and survive, but 2? That's unheard of.
Okay. If Reese is staying, I'm staying. I don't have anything to go back to. There's nothing out there for me. The only place I have to go and follow right now is where Reese goes, so if Reese said yeah, then I'm saying yeah, and I'm staying.
I'll let you get some rest, but I'll send someone over with a contract soon.
Can you answer me one question before you go?
It depends.
Did you kill it? The thing in the forest?
No. Not yet, anyways. We're working on it. Nothing we've tried has managed to kill it, though.
Okay, so you've shot it up and nothing stuck, so maybe you don't have all of it? Maybe that's the problem.
What do you mean?
Well, it's missing its head. Maybe you need to shoot it in the head? To find that first?
Well, I'm not directly involved in the killing of these creatures we find, but I'll be sure to pass that theory along. Did you have any other questions?
Yeah, when can I see Reese?
Soon. I'll be in touch. You're responsible for Alex from now on.
You lied to him.
I know.
Why am I responsible for the person that you lied to?
They get on my nerves. I don't like them.
Is this because
Alex mentioned finding specimen 081's head. It could be the key to killing it. Send out a search team. It has to be in Red Hill somewhere.
You can't make that kind of call.
I'm sorry. What do you think we should do?
Send out a search team to find the head.
Exactly.
What has gotten into you?
They saw it.
What?
Didn't you hear? Alex, he saw the entity.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. That's why I lied. The entity, it wanted him here.
Why?
I don't know. I figured Reese would be able to see it for sure, but Alex, it doesn't make sense. God, I need to talk to Reese, get these interviews over, and just go back to sleep.
Are you sure you can manage that right now?
Well, if I don't, I'll keep avoiding it.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Do you want me to open the door?
No, I got this.
If you are here to ask me any more of those same questions, I don't want to hear it. Your buddies have already been here multiple times, and I am sick and tired of it. I just want to see Alex. So kindly get the fuck out. Blair?
Reese. Hey. Looks like we have a lot to talk about.
No. No, you're dead.
It didn't stick.
That's impossible. We held a funeral for you.
Well, yeah. Empty casket.
Yeah, but that's only because we couldn't
No,
find
Reese,
you.
just stop. There's no need to remind me. Just sit down. I have some questions.
No. I have questions first. You can't just pretend like everything's okay. You can't come waltzing back into my life. Blair, you fucking died.
And now I'm here. Funny how resilient the body is.
I don't think that plays a factor here. I'm not talking until you explain. God, your face. What the hell happened?
You know what we saw in those caves. You can't deny it. You can't deny it because I had the pleasure of listening to your calls with Alex. You talked about it. So I know you saw the same shit I saw despite your denial while we were there.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So you know we weren't alone. You know something supernatural killed Clyde and Sarah. It should make sense that something supernatural brought me back.
But it doesn't make sense.
It should make perfect sense. I can see you staring at it. Maybe it's just beyond the door, or perhaps right behind me. I can see your eyes watching it.
Yeah. It's right behind the...
Don't tell me. You never tell me where it is. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Understood.
The entity you see behind me brought me back, and now I'm here.
That's not much of an explanation, Blair.
That's all you need to know. It's gotten closer, I can feel it, and it doesn't want you to know. Not right now, anyways. It's upset that you got out. It's upset that you survived the caves. Anyways, it appears as though the supernatural likes to follow you. Here we are, another paranormal event. Reese Williams, one of the survivors of the ecological disaster of Red Tail National Park.
Blair, you're scaring me.
Just let me do my job, please.
Why? So you can ask me your stupid questions and then get out of my life again?
Seems like you didn't have much trouble moving on.
That's not fair. I thought you were dead.
Look, this is all unimportant. I'm here because I have a job to do. Sit.
Fine.
I'm gonna get straight to the point, because I know you've been asked all the basic questions. My job is to silence paranormal creatures and silence their witnesses.
What are you saying?
Join us or die?
Well, that's pretty blunt.
There's no nice way to put it.
Did you already talk to Alex? What did they say?
They joined.
What? That's... I wouldn't have expected that from them.
He said he had nothing holding him back. No one to miss him. They didn't want to throw their life away because they kind of hoped you'd choose to stay as well.
Then I'll stay. But you owe me more than a few minutes of explanation.
Maybe.
Maybe? Blair, that's not fair!
It is fair. Reese, you're being selfish.
Selfish? Okay, I'm sorry that I'm a little freaked out by my ex-girlfriend coming back from the dead.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. It's traumatic, Reese. You didn't even think about that, did you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm freaked out, Blair.
I know. I don't know how to talk about it. How to explain it to you.
Then just talk. Just like we used to.
I really can't. Not now. Look, I'll send someone in with a contract. You sign it, we assign you to a division, and then you spend the rest of your life here. Kinda sad, isn't it?
I assume you got the same talk after the caves? That you chose to stay?
No.
I'm confused, Blair.
It's a sensitive topic, Reese.
We really need to sit down and talk. Please.
I can't. I really can't. Not now. You're staying, though. We can talk later. For now, just take some time to digest everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm sorry. It was definitely better off when you thought I was dead.
No, that's not what I...
No, I know you were thinking it. It's okay. I'm not offended. Look, I have work to do. We'll talk later.
Blair, please.
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Blair, wait.
Why did she have to turn back up? I was doing fine. I was adjusting and putting all that shit behind me, and she just has to get involved again.
Reese has just been in a terrible incident, and you've been adjusting from dying again. You both weren't ready for such a reunion.
You're right.
You two can talk about it later.
Yeah, you're right.
Deep breath. What is your next move?
I don't know. You're the captain.
Not the team's next move, Blair. Your next move.
Well, we need to file these interviews, get Liam home, send Addison's body home, work on the cover-ups, find a division for Alex and Reese. There's a lot to do.
Plenty of work to go around. You are going to get some rest.
Blake.
Please take the rest of the day off.
Fine, I suppose a nap wouldn't hurt.
Exactly.
Can I file these interviews first?
Blair...
It'll close out the paperwork for the case. Please. Then I'll rest.
Okay, fine.
I suppose I should close out the record. Put an end to the mess that this is. Listen. I'm not a record keeper. Dakota's gonna have to clean up the chaos. But I get it. I screwed up. It won't happen again. I've learned my lesson. You got the whole idea, but you can't get rid of me. As long as I'm alive, I'm valuable to the team. I know things you don't know, and the next time you ask, the next time you decide to push me too far, it won't end nicely for you. This is Blair Whitfield, closing out the record. You've been warned. Do You Copy is written and produced by Delaney Sutton. In this episode, you heard the voices of Stephen Indrisano as Liam Thomas, Kale Brown as Alex Taylor, Eilidh Nicholson as Reese Williams, Rowan Farlow as Blake Bennett, and Delaney Sutton as Blair Whitfield. In this season of Do You Copy, you also heard the voices of Jack Fullman as Addison Quinn and Cody Heath as Frederick Miller. As always, a special thanks to Kaylee Scott for the theme song. Thank you so much for listening.